The entire history of humanity in one video. From cavemen to space age. Human history begins in the vast plains and savannas of Africa, where our earliest ancestors evolved and adapted to a harsh, ever-changing environment. Millions of years ago, hominins like Australopithecus and Homo habilis began walking upright, developing the basic physical and cognitive traits that would define humanity. With the creation of simple stone tools, these early humans learned to shape their environment, hunt for food, and gather plant resources, slowly building the skills necessary for survival. Fire, once harnessed, transformed daily life, providing warmth, protection, and a means to cook food, which in turn affected nutrition and brain development. Social structures emerged, with small groups cooperating, communicating, and forming bonds that would become the foundation for larger communities. Around 300,000 years ago, Homo sapiens emerged, possessing advanced cognitive abilities, complex language, and heightened creativity. They spread across Africa, eventually migrating to Europe, Asia, and the Americas, adapting to diverse climates and ecosystems. Along these migrations, humans left behind remarkable traces, cave paintings, carvings, and early symbolic artifacts, all evidence of developing culture and abstract thought. The Upper Paleolithic period, between 50,000 and 10,000 years ago, marked a significant leap in human creativity. Communities began crafting specialized tools, developing clothing, and establishing semi-permanent settlements. With the advent of the Neolithic Revolution around 10,000 BCE, humans transitioned from nomadic lifestyles to agriculture-based societies. Farming allowed for food surpluses, population growth, and the development of permanent villages. This period saw the domestication of plants and animals, irrigation systems, and rudimentary pottery. As people settled, complex social hierarchies began to form, with leaders, priests, and specialized craftsmen emerging within these early communities. The earliest civilizations arose in fertile river valleys. Mesopotamia, often called the cradle of civilization, emerged between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers around 3500 BCE. Sumerians developed one of the first writing systems, cuneiform, and made advances in mathematics, astronomy, and governments. Cities like Uruk and became centers of trade, culture, and political power. At the same time, in Egypt, along the Nile River, a civilization flourished that combined engineering brilliance with rich spiritual traditions. Pharaohs ruled as both kings and divine figures, constructing monumental pyramids and temples, while hieroglyphic writing recorded religious beliefs, history, and administration. In the Indus Valley, civilizations like Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro thrived around 2500 BCE. Showcasing advanced urban planning, drainage systems, and standardized weights and measures. Meanwhile, in China, early dynasties such as the Xia and Shang developed centralized authority, bronze metallurgy, and early writing systems, laying the groundwork for thousands of years of continuous culture. Across Mesoamerica, civilizations like the Olmec began shaping monumental stone sculptures and ceremonial centers, highlighting the parallel rise of complex societies around the globe. Trade and cultural exchange became vital, with roads, rivers, and seas connecting civilizations. Innovations in writing, law, mathematics, and technology spread, influencing neighboring societies. The Bronze Age and later the Iron Age ushered in new tools, weapons, and social structures, while religious and philosophical systems such as Hinduism, Buddhism, Judaism, and later Zoroastrianism began shaping human thought. Empires emerged to unify diverse peoples. The Akkadian Empire, the Babylonian Empire under Hammurabi, and later the Assyrian Empire in Mesopotamia, demonstrated early examples of centralized power and codified laws. In the Mediterranean, the Greek city-states fostered philosophy, democracy, and arts, while Rome later built a vast empire that spread law, engineering, and culture across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. The fall of Rome marked the transition to the Middle Ages in Europe, a period of both turmoil and preservation, where monasteries and scholars safeguarded knowledge while new political and religious structures arose. Meanwhile, in Asia, empires continued to flourish. The Maurya and Gupta empires in India expanded trade, science, and arts, while China's Zhou, Qing, and Han dynasties advanced governance, technology, and cultural sophistication. Across the world, civilizations in the Americas, Africa, and Oceania were developing rich traditions, demonstrating that human progress was global and multifaceted. This marks roughly the first major phase of humanity's journey, from the earliest hominins to the rise of complex civilizations spanning continents. Every step reflects human resilience, ingenuity, and the drive to understand the world, laying the foundation for the remarkable advancements yet to come.